Today we are going to learn about splitter component. So let's see the definition first. Splitter breaks down a large message into small individual messages. We are going to use splitter when we are dealing with large payloads, right? So there are a couple of types of splitters available in CPI, but we will focus mainly on general and iterating splitter for now. So let's see in the CPI tenant. So I'm going to create another iFlow and name it as splitter. So this integration flow or this iFlow is used to demonstrate the functionality of splitter component, right? So I'll add and open in editor. Okay, I'll turn on the trace again. Click on the edit. I'm going to use timer since I want to run this iFlow whenever I click on deploy. Okay, so I need a sample payload here, right? So what are we going to use? We use content modifier to test our iFlows. So I'll place content modifier here and I'll name it as sample payload, right? So in the message body, we are going to deal with XML. I'm going to paste this sample XML here. So this is an XML about order details and it has item details as well, right? So we have couple of items here. So we are going to try and process these items one by one at a time. Okay, so I'll copy this entire payload and paste it here. So I'm going to be using the type constant. So since we are not using any expressions here, so it is fine to use constant. Now I will use splitter here. So yeah, let's do it this way. Click on this routing and here you can see splitter. So we have a number of different splitters, but we are going to see general and iterating splitters for now. So I will use general splitter. Okay, and I will name it as split items, right? So we are going to split the items. So I have named it as split items and processing. So we have expression type as XPath and line break. So line break is used when we are dealing with text or CSV data, but we are using XML now. So we are going to select XPath and we have to provide the XPath expression here. So I will say, so I want to split the message whenever we hit the item element. Okay, so I'll say order slash item slash item. Okay, so let's do this slash order slash items slash item. Yeah, capital I. Got it. So order and items and item. Okay, this condition is going to split our large XML into a couple of items. I'll leave the remaining configuration as is. I'll explain what is grouping, streaming and parallel processing, stop and exception in a minute, but let's try to deploy this and see if we are able to split the message. Deploy. Yes, so it has been deployed. Let's turn on the trace. So there are no errors here. We are going to look at the payload after the splitter step. So I'll click on this end. So now you can see there are 3 instances of messages. So if we can see there are how many items? 3 items. So the message processed 3 times, which means the message is split into 3 items. So here you can see we have order details, and if we scroll down a bit, here we have item details, but in the initial payload we have 3 items, but here it has only 1 item and it is wirelessness. So this is the first item, and let's look at the another split. So I'll go to body, and here we have all the messages, and here you have keyboard, right? So this is the second split, and let's look at the last one. Here, here you have monitor. So this general splitter successfully splitted out our messages into 3 individual messages, right? So we will see how iterating splitter works with the same payload. Okay, so I'll rename it as general colon split items, and I'll take iterating splitter now. Go to splitters and take iterating splitter, and I'll paste it here, and I'll name it as iterating slash split items. So we are going to split items with this one, and I'll pass the control to here and select this as well. Okay, so let's go to processing, and here you can see we have another extra item, token. I'll explain what a token is, but for now we are going to select XPath since we are dealing with XML. So we have to provide the XPath expression here. So I'm going to provide the same expression, order slash items slash item. Okay, and let's try to deploy and see how this iterating splitter splits our messages. Okay, successfully, and let's see what the output is. So we have 3 instances, so it is able to split our message. So let's look at the body now. Here you can only see item, right? So it has wireless mouse, and it has keyboard, and it also has the monitor, right? So in the previous step, when we used general splitter, it returns us the entire payload. So I'll turn on the trace here. So this is the previous step with the use of general splitter. It has all the previous tag details, right? And with only one item. So this is the main difference between general splitter and iterating splitter. So general splitter preserves the encapsulating nodes or encapsulating elements with each split message, whereas iterating splitter doesn't preserve the encapsulating elements. What do I mean by encapsulating elements? So these are all the encapsulating elements. So all these are under the order node, right? So these are all called as encapsulating elements, and with general splitter these are preserved, and with iterating splitter these are not preserved. So this is a very important interview question as well. So you have to be aware of the differences between general and iterating. So let's look at the other expression types as well. So I'll use the line break for now, and to use line break, we have to have either text payloads or CSV payloads. We cannot use line break with XML payloads. So I'm going to take another sample payload, another sample CSV payload. So I'll rename this as sample XML payload, and I'll take another content modifier. So I have taken another content modifier, and I'll rename it as sample CSV payload. So in the message body, I have one CSV sample file. When you're working with Notepad++, you need to install a couple of plugins to be able to see all these color codings and indentations. Go to plugins option here and click on plugins admin. Here you need to install CSV lint for CSV payloads and XML tools for XML payload handling. So you can search them in the available and click on install. They will be installed. I have already installed them. So this is how the CSV payloads look. So if you want to see all these color codings, just select language and go to CSV lint. So it will enable all the color codings. And for XML, we have to go to language and select XML. So this will enable the XML colors. So yeah, so this is a sample CSV. Here we have serial number, name, age, class, roll number, and all the details here. So this is how a sample, this is how a CSV file looks like. So we'll copy this and paste it here, right? So we are going to select in the iterating splitter. So I'm going to connect this sample CSV payload to general splitter first and try to select the expression type as line break. So this line break will split our message at each line, right? So I'll leave the remaining configurations as it is, and let's try to deploy this and see how we get the data. Okay, let's enable the trace and see the final output. So here we have 3 instances and 3 iterations. Since our CSV payload contains 3 elements, so click on this body. Here you can see serial number, name, age, and all. First for the student Arun, and let's go to the second iteration, and it has a serial number, name, age for Basha. And let's go to the third iteration. It has serial number, name, and for Kiran, right? So let's do the same thing with iterating splitter. So I'm going to connect this to iterating splitter, and in the iterating splitter, let's go to processing. Here I'm going to select expression type as line break, and I'll leave the remaining configurations as is. So let's try to run this. Yep. So let's look at the final payload. Here we have 4 iterations. So observe this clear. So in the first iteration, we have serial number, name, age, class, roll number. Okay. In the second iteration, we have details of Arun. In the third iteration, we have details of Basha, and in the fourth iteration, we have details of Kiran, right? That is the main difference, right? Like we discussed with XML payloads, the general splitter preserves the encapsulating elements, while the iterating splitter doesn't preserve the encapsulating. So same happens with the CSV payload as well. In CSV files or in text files, the first ever line is considered as the encapsulating element. So the general splitter preserves that encapsulating element, which means the first line, with each split message, and the iterating splitter does not preserve the encapsulating element and return it as a split message itself, right? So that is the main difference.